I went there, but I didn't like it, so I figured I'd take you out.
How's it going, arm wrestling world? As we draw closer and closer to the rematch between Devon Larratt and Levan Saginashvili, I thought it would be a good time to talk about my favorite match with Devon Larratt included. In fact, it's just my favorite rivalry with Devon Larratt. And he's had some legendary rivals. Some of these rivals being some of the strongest men the sport has ever seen. And with some of these matches being so incredibly hyped because they took 15 years to make. So if we do have a different opinion here, I would say that's completely fair. A lot of his rivals and matches over the years have been interesting for their own reasons. However, one thing I will say, there's only one guy that goes at Devon the way this guy does.
That's better, that's better, that might be a pin, that's a pin, that's a pin! Mattmask is here! Yeah, yeah! Oh yeah, it's on.
And if you don't know who this is mattmask, a 6'6" Canadian. He's got a massive and strong hand and very long levers just like Devon. I think I might actually be able to show some perspective on how close Devon Larratt versus mattmask actually was, or at least how close it was for a time. Before we talk about this match, let me take you back to a match 24 years ago. Yeah, these guys have been pulling for a very, very long time. Yeah, Devon looks like a real-life G.I. Joe here, and this one goes pretty much how you think it would go at this point. Let's skip ahead, 15 years, because if you were to only look at the results of these matches, you might have just missed some of the really important small details. Did you see that? Rewind it, it's good for the algorithm. Or just watch from this angle because it's way better. He might have gotten away with one here, and I think he knew that. But either way, in classic Devon fashion, he finds a way to win.
Larratt has all the opportunities to win here, but it's like the charge of the Light Brigade. He's got to run through the cannon fire of mattmask.
Yeah, this match started out really good, and like always, Matt gives Devon problems in the first round. But one thing that was going against Matt this match is his finger kept actually popping in and out. But I won't zoom in on it, it's gross. But even with that injury, I think Devon Larratt this year was just too much on the left for Matt. Devon actually ended up winning the left and right hand hammer this year at the finals. They actually did compete again in 2016 at a WAL event, left and right. And like most of their other matches ever, Matt gives them problems in the beginning, and then this. In the finals in 2017 on the left hand, we got to see this. And Matt kept it close, but Devon ultimately ended up winning 2-1. I believe. It's really hard to find footage. And 2017 was actually a great year for mattmask. He actually had taken some wins at some other events. In the finals, it was Devon taking first, Matt taking second on both the right and the left hands. Now, to the match I've all been waiting for. So I will start this part by saying these are two of my all-time favorite arm wrestlers. So whenever these two get together, I actually don't pick a side. I just say, let the best man win. And trust me, when these two got together for a match, everyone watched. And it's still the highest watched official WL match, and it's really not even close. Round 1.
Close your hands. If that was me, you would have called a foul.
Now, Matt had a pretty interesting strategy here. He was trying not to waste any energy, obviously, and just go right into the straps, because everyone knew at this time Devon wanted to go straight into the straps. Unfortunately for Matt this round, Devon sort of got everything in the setup.
Like that, you went on close your hands.
I feel like I was just so strong.
I wasn't even gonna bother putting up a fight because it wasn't even time to start. Well, I knew my endurance wasn't gonna match her, so why continue pulling?
One more year! One more!
Round 2, and it starts with a clear intentional slip. And when they were finally strapped up and ready to go, this round was interesting. Because as a spectator at the time, it was really hard to tell what happened in round 1. We didn't really have a lot of information to go off of. But when Matt pinned Devon here in round 2, things got a lot more interesting. And it seemed like at the time this third round might be the vital round.
Here Bartwood with a word there, a foul on Devon Larratt.
Close your hands, go.
Mask is in position.
Now Matt gets really close to a pin here. It's on the second surge, just watch really close. Now this is really hard to tell at the camera angle, but it certainly looked like it could have been called a pin. And here Devon makes a pretty egregious elbow foul to save the round.
Yeah, and then your elbow was off to the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really have a choice there. You were gonna get me.
No.
Now this round was the crucial round in my opinion. It needed to be 2-0 for Matt at this point. And you can see that he gets a few close surges, but by this point, he's about gassed. And Devon does what Devon does and makes him pin himself.
Just staring him down.
Now, by round 4, Devon had completely gassed Matt. And if you are new to the sport, if you haven't beat Devon by this point in the match, you are just not going to beat Devon. Unless you are this guy.
Mattmask.
So we should go sometimes, right? I've seen him just get, it really might just be one more year this time. Yeah.
And if you didn't actually know, these two are actually really close. They train together quite often. And yes, they are arm wrestling on a lake with a dog. So I hope that summed up my thoughts. And I don't know if it's just me because I was editing this video, but I really miss the WAL. I think I took it for granted at the time, but now I realize if WAL and like East vs West combined with their rules and the tables with the WL production, it would be an incredible show up here. If one of you is watching, please make it happen. And if you have your own favorite rival or match of Devon, just let me know in the comments. And if you are new to my channel, I have made one other video with this type of format. It's called The Road to the Rematch. It's basically just summarizing what's happened in between the first Levan and Devon match up until the rematch that's about to happen on April 20th. And also stay tuned for my next video that will be coming out shortly. I will be talking about the Everest of our sport, Levan. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.